Cactus. Let's go.
We've got your wrestling, matchups, rankings, defeats. We've got your takedowns, upsets. Who won it? Who got beat?
We're Mike, Jack, and Mike. We've got those controversial calls. Top ranked challengers, but most of all, it's the best wrestling talk you ever
I think
heard.
Joey Blaze has upset potential.
We are Cactus Wrestling.
Mike and Jack here to talk Iowa State. If you're a fan of Mike Lawn, blame the Patriots and Giants. He's a Giants fan. This is wrestling season, Mike. I know you're always the second to comment on these videos these days. Maybe you're going to be like third fiddle because you're too busy watching Giants highlights. By the way, they're losing. So if you're wondering, 17-0. Yikes. Well, anyway, we're here to talk about Iowa versus Iowa State. The duel, the Cyclone. Cyhawk. I keep calling it Cyclone.
Yeah, the Cyclone
Well, it
duel.
should be
I
the
know it was
Cyclone because of what
duel.
happens. Yeah. Iowa State pulled it out. Spoiler alert. They
Like first time in 20 years.
20 years. First of all, I was very pleased. I was working, and I was thrilled that I was with a client, and right on ESPN, the match was on. I was like, "What? I'm thrilled. I can't believe that they're actually airing this on prime time, Sunday afternoon
The
with
Cyhawk duel
football
is
and
definitely one
everything."
that gets that.
Yeah, it's like prime time spot ESPN right when football games are playing, and college wrestling got it. And I actually saw another guy. He was like walking over to the TV, and he was like looking. Like I could tell he didn't really know what was going on, but he was engaged. So I feel like more casuals want to see wrestling. But as I was talking to my client, like I was like, I'm not even gonna bother. Like it's very confusing, the rule set, because he's like we were watching the 25. He's like, yeah, see, like I don't even know what's happening here. I'm like, it's too much. I can't, because it was Steve-O and Peterson getting in some like crazy scramble. So so let's dive into it. They started the duel at heavyweight. We saw Younger versus Keeter. Man, Younger looked big, and he just looked strong.
Grim
Keeter
Reaper
really,
style, huh?
Keeter just really couldn't do anything against him. Younger's offense is, I mean, we saw it last year. We saw it so 2 years ago. Like we've seen it this year. Like there's no surprise here.
Well, I don't know. Mike still is pretty confident Younger ain't all-Americaning, so
Well, he still thinks Keeter's gonna outplace him.
yeah. Despite 11-4, he blew the major.
Yeah, so like Keeter was able to like cut away and get an escape at the last second, which prevented the major. Younger, honestly, just he looked like he didn't even kind of try to hold on. Like he was pretty spent. Keeter was pretty spent. But by that point, it's a statement win. I get it in a tight duel, every point counts, but it set the tone for the rest of the match for sure.
It would have been what, 21-12 had he hung on for that point?
Yeah. 14.
No,
wasn't it?
21-14. 21-14.
14. Yeah.
14, yeah.
Yeah. So not really a surprise there. But 25, we were looking back. I guess we picked Steve-O
We
Poole to
all
win this
picked
one.
Steve-O because Steve-O was the returning All-American who was undefeated 1-0 against Dean Peterson. But Mean Dean in Iowa is clearly he's doing better there than at Rutgers.
Yeah, Dean looked good. He has this habit of stealing matches. He'll take a match 1-1 and then steal a takedown in like the last 30 seconds, and that's pretty much what he did against Steve-O. Granted, he earned the takedown, but that's his game plan, and he did the same thing against Lildahl last year. But I mean, he's got stingy scrambling ability. I think he's a real threat to kind of make a run in the postseason. If he's
Not if Mike has
on the right
anything to
day.
say about that.
Mike's still a hater, but he's not here to defend himself, so
Yeah.
you'll just have to
So
take it at
Mike, as
face
you're
value.
listening, I'm sure you're cursing us, but that's okay.
Now, I want to mention, like, everyone's bashing Iowa for their transfers. This weight was two transfers, and Dean Peterson obviously
Oh
won.
yeah.
Um, I don't necessarily think like because people are commenting online and stuff. They're like Iowa's mismanaging the transfer portal. They don't know what they're doing. I'm like, all right, let's pause. Stephen Buchanan won a national championship last year. He was a transfer. So like, what are
Yeah.
we talking about
And
here?
Mikey Caliendo got to the national finals the second year after transferring.
Right. So just because Nasir Bailey and Jordan Williams got duked on doesn't mean that they're mismanaging the transfer portal. Dean Peterson's looked solid all season long. Masma and Dean has looked very solid as a D3 transfer. So yeah, I that was a little extreme, especially Iowa State's got four transfers in their lineup. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe some of their guys
Urban.
did better this match, but I don't know. I just think that was a bit of an extreme take.
I know an Isaac Dean. That's it.
And Kyle Park, I mean, the two guys got injured last year. Well, we did a whole video on it anyway.
Yeah. We did. We did.
But 133, Drake Ayala. Whew, I don't know what happened here.
Hey, my boy Frosty back on top, huh?
Especially since Ayala got the first takedown and then Frost was able to climb back.
I didn't even climb back. He iced it with a 11-5.
No, no, no. It was 8-5.
Oh, they took away the last three.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That wasn't
Okay, yeah.
confirmed. Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Drake.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
having
know.
a
I
rough
don't know
start to
what's
this year.
I mean,
It's
it's not really a
harder and
rough
harder to
start.
believe.
His
Like,
one what? He's got one loss to Lucas Bird and then to Davino, right?
yeah, Davino, yeah.
So it's not like he's losing to like
No,
those three guys could be high all Americans.
I mean, yeah, because Frost clearly could be a high All-American.
Well, he was 2 years ago, and then
Yeah,
last
he
year
took
has a
fifth.
down year. So
Yeah,
I think it being at Iowa State also was a favor for the Cyclones as well. You could just tell they were hungry for it. They wanted it more.
especially at home. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I mean, Eamon, I'm sure also agrees. He's thrilled to see that Frost is back in action, pulling off some upsets,
I don't even
and
know
we're
if
seeing
Eamon.
him down to weight for the first time.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I wasn't sure that he was actually going to wrestle,
Yeah,
and
you
I'm very
guys like,
pleased. I'm very pleased that everyone actually wrestled this match.
yeah, no, you guys were very unconfident that Frost would be down. You thought like that he'd take a lot more, or at least Mike did, thought they were going to take a lot more time to get down to 33. And this was the time to do it. Like, this is where you make your statement,
Right.
which he did.
Exactly. 141. My goodness, this wasn't really any surprise. We've been low on Nasir Bailey. None of us have him as an All-American. I mean, just no heart whatsoever. Just got tossed around. Eck just man.
I mean,
And I
he
read a lot.
practically he could have teched him, I feel like.
Oh, he broke him, and he literally it wasn't a tech because Eck was trying to cut him. He had his hands on him. Release. Nasir Bailey wouldn't get up. So he kept trying to spin around, release. Nasir Bailey just stayed on all fours. It was just an embarrassing match. I read some things online saying Nasir, like they kind of promised him that he'd redshirt and then he'd take a year to fill into 141, but Iowa's like all in right now, that type of thing. And he's just very undersized for 141, which very well could be the case. And they're saying
Makes
similar
sense.
things about Jordan Williams. But still, my goodness, not not. I mean, we saw signs of that from Nasir Bailey last year, where he was just kind of giving up towards ends of matches. So
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of heart.
it's an attitude thing, and it's not looking good. Not looking good.
Yeah, I wouldn't have pegged his freshman season where he took fourth to be probably the highlight of his career.
He was the face of Little Rock, and then, I mean, I can't blame him. He got paid. He
Yeah.
deserves to get paid, I guess. But
Well, he's got to start producing.
yeah, that's right. So 149 was the bright spot for Iowa with Ryder Block taking out number two ranked
Well,
Paniro
number two ranked
Johnson.
from the bench.
Yeah. Listen, that number two ranking was so unjustified. Who did Paniro Johnson beat?
He beat
He
UNK.
who?
UNK, University of Nebraska Kearney.
He also beat David Evans. That was his
Yeah.
one big win. Which I'm like, okay.
And he beat Jacob Frost in one of three of the wrestle-offs.
So on paper, people are saying, "Oh, this is a tremendous upset." First of all, he's not even the starter. That's confirmed.
Yeah,
What? Jacob Frost? Jacob Frost. Jacob
Jacob
Frost
Frost.
was out with an illness. That's what Dresser said.
And he's going to be in for CKLV.
Right.
Jacob is.
He won two out of three wrestle off. So Peter Hunter Johnson, it was funny. Rock Harris in the commenter was just like, "You got the number two wrestler, and there's no guarantee that he's going to be the guy." This guy is not the number two wrestler. He's not even an All American.
Pinero.
But I mean, credit to Ryder Block. He looked like the aggressor. He got after it. He's looked very solid all year round. He's filled into his weight class. I think they said he was a three-time Iowa State champ in high school. So
And I mean, tiebreakers is not surprising that he would lose in that type of fashion.
yeah, everyone's quick to jump on. I guess I'm curious, commenters, because Ben Askren made this post saying, I'm offering my coaching services. The brands are out of touch. They
Yeah,
are
that's right. That
mismanaging
tweet.
the transfer portal. They can't develop their talent. And I'm like, all right, well, Drake Ayala is a homegrown guy, two-time national finalist. Ryder Block is a homegrown guy who's looking very solid this year. Patrick Kennedy's a homegrown guy. Angel Ferrari's a homegrown guy. Like, I don't know. It's hard to jump on him, especially like because the optics look bad
Well,
for losing this
I
match.
mean, I
But
do I do agree with Askren's sentiment that they need to get back to like the aggressive Iowa style that was their signature from Dan Gable because you watch an Iowa guy, you're not expecting them to be like floor it, go 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 go, which is what they used to be.
yeah, the only guy that's kind of like that right now is Patrick Kennedy. But we'll get there. Okay, so for 57,
Zurbanation.
Zurban is such a weird wrestler. I realized in watching this match, I haven't actually seen much of him wrestle. Dude puts himself in a Merkel position twice on Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams gets in like four times, and Zurban's defense is Merkel, standing Merkel. Um,
And hey, if it worked.
he also looked very large compared to Jordan Williams, so it could be a size issue. I actually didn't mind the way Williams wrestled, except there was
Didn't he look
one
like he
point
broke?
that was really, really bad. What? What'd you say?
Didn't he look like he broke at one point?
Um,
Like just kind of quit, especially near the out of bounds.
yes,
That
that's what I was about to say. There was
yeah.
a scramble out of bounds. Zurban's in on the ankle. Williams is standing straight up, and he thinks that they're just going to go out of bounds. And then Zurban tackles the other ankle, and Williams just completely stopped wrestling and gave up the takedown.
Yeah, that's
That is no.
yeah.
I can only imagine what Tom Brands has to say to that kid afterwards. My goodness. I mean,
Yeah.
that's elementary school. You don't stop wrestling until the whistle blows.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, I think Williams actually wrestled pretty good. He was the aggressor for most of the match. And then I think Zurban just like outsized, and he's very unorthodox. So I think if Williams could like get to those finishes a little bit quicker, um, which is easier said than done. I mean, Zurban's an All-American, so
It's the Zurbanation.
right.
He's he's coming for he's coming for Duke next.
Yeah, PJ, that could be an interesting matchup. He beat Levi Haynes 2 years ago,
Uh,
3 years ago.
uh.
Okay, Mikey Caliendo, Tex Connor Newton.
There was someone in the commenters that thought that that was going to be a much closer match because Uton wrestled it much closer last year. Um, it was not.
Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong, and in this case, you're wrong.
Yeah, yeah, that commenter, yeah, did not see that coming. A tech, yeah.
I mean, that was huge. That was huge for them. That really got Iowa back in it at that point because they'd given up bonus.
Yeah, yeah, they were up to 11 points at that point, which
Yeah.
made it like they could potentially get back into the duel.
So the next one was arguably the match of the night: Patrick Kennedy versus MJ Gaitan. And similarly, Gaitan wrestles kind of funky, puts himself in these weird scramble positions. Kennedy was the aggressor for the entirety of the match. He actually got several stalling points and was able to tie it to go to overtime on a stalling call with 4 seconds left. So it's not like Kennedy broke. I think he just made some mistakes where he kept putting himself in the same scramble position. Um, that favored Gaitan. Gaitan was just the better wrestler in those positions, and Kennedy just kept going to the same thing.
Well, did you see Gaitan's post-match interview where he was saying that there were people coming up to him like even the day before the match being like, "You're not going to win."
Dang.
And he's like, "It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, it's what I think."
Well, that's true. That's tough. Why would anyone say that?
He's like, "I was at Sealy's or someplace and, and someone came out to, yeah, you got the duel tomorrow. You're not going to win."
Iowa, weird
The Kennedy,
place.
the Kennedy's too good, It's just good try, but
Yeah, I mean, I think that match was pretty close last year.
well, it
Did you
was.
see?
It was 14-13.
Did you
And
see?
Gaitan fought his way back and almost took him when he was down big.
That one for me is like a matchup thing. I don't think there's anything to worry about if you're Iowa for Pat Kennedy's sake. I think he just doesn't match up well in that matchup. But did you see Carter
That's like Vincent
Strachey's
Robinson against Ventresca.
yeah. Did you see Carter Strachey's tweet?
I don't think so.
He was praising Gaitan. He goes, MJ Gaitan is a beast. Dude's definitely gonna All American this year.
Oh, right. He did say that Terrell Barraclaw was going to be a national champ, so you know how good his predictions are.
It's true. Um, so 84 was
Isaac Dean.
Isaac Dean
Ah,
versus Angelo Ferrari, and everyone's like freaking out because Angelo wasn't able to get a takedown and he only won off a stalling call, and yet he's always on a knee. Okay, go back and watch the match and tell me how many times Isaac Dean took a shot. And I'm pretty sure the answer is zero. Go ahead and tell me how many times Angelo Ferrari got in on a shot, got in on a leg, and nearly finished. Obviously, zero. He finished 0 times, but he shot in probably at least 5 or 6 times.
yeah.
Um, Dean is obviously freakishly strong. He had some unbelievable baseline defense where Angelo had both legs, like kind of double legged, and he had him like sitting to his butt, and Dean was able to get his hips back, and then back up to standing. Um, my take on that is, I don't know, it's kind of hard to score on a guy who is stalling, right?
I mean, Dean might be good at just keeping the match close, but then again, Angelo also isn't like crazy scorer. Like he's
I think
not like,
Isaac Dean is really good. I think like all of his matches are very close, if I'm not mistaken.
but I mean, Isaac Dean is an All-American.
No,
No, he was round of 12.
I think he was around a 12.
Oh, I thought he
He was at
All-American.
Ryder last year.
I thought he took like seventh.
No, he was around a 16.
He was round of six. Really?
Yeah. I mean, he beat Caleb Uhlenhop of Utah Valley this year 2-1, and he beat Darren Pulliam of SIU Edwardsville 4-1 in overtime this year.
Yeah, he keeps them close. He knows his style. He wants it to be close, and he wants to take it at the end. And then instead, he stalled, and it didn't work out for him. And nor do I think it will work out Isaac Dean on Angelo Ferrari. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking last year, like he took Dylan Fish back to overtime. He took Edmund Ruth to the ultimate tiebreaker, but like he also beat Jared McGill 4-1 in overtime. And and Marcus Petit 8-6.
Mhm.
Yeah. Tough wrestler, but yeah. I mean Angelo, he's looking good. Like he's the aggressor, he's taking shots. So what if he's on a knee? He's still like taking attack. He's actually trying to score.
Yeah,
So
no, that's a good point. Like, yeah, he is the one trying to score, as whereas Dean really wasn't. So,
yeah.
I mean, Iowa State can't win every match, can they?
Yeah. Well, 197 was the last one of the night. I actually didn't think Rocky Elam was gonna
You and Mike were very
wrestle.
confident that he was going to be on a pitch count, and I was the only one thinking, "What are you talking about? This is the duel where they're like, yes, you're definitely going for this one, but if they're wrestling, some weird random team, that this is on ESPN. Why would you send out your backup if he's not actually injured?"
I still think he's gonna be on a pitch count.
No, no. Dresser has said he's going to be on a pitch count, but that's not one of the ones where you hold him.
Well, I stood corrected.
Yes, yes. Because then he went out there and he gave Mo his first loss.
Yeah, I mean,
Handled
I
him pretty well.
yeah, I don't think yeah, he handled pretty
Now
well.
it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, we probably aren't going to see it until unless it happens at NCAA's, bar on Elam or Elam.
I mean, those are the two front runners if
Yeah,
Barr's
and I
healthy.
think Penn State and Iowa State don't have a duel,
No,
and
Penn State doesn't wrestle much. Though both those teams don't go to the national duels.
yeah. Well,
I
you got
was
to get
actually
invited.
I was actually curious about that to the commenters. If do you think that Iowa State not going to the national duels gave them an upper hand because Iowa's already kind of gone through a gauntlet of a tournament setting, match wise.
I don't know. I would argue it gave that going through that gauntlet would give Iowa more of an upper hand because they've gone through that gauntlet.
Yeah, but Iowa State's fresher.
I mean, it was one weekend. I don't think.
That's a tough weekend. That's like a postseason tournament.
Yeah, but
That's a heavy weekend.
it's a heavy weekend. But then they didn't wrestle Iowa State for 3 more weeks, so like I think they're pretty well recovered by then.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not like they ended the weekend and then 2 days later they had Iowa State.
How do you think Iowa State, let's say they were in the Classic and they faced off against Iowa in the semis and they won that, and they faced Ohio State in the finals. Do you think Iowa State beats Ohio State?
Well, 25 would Poulin beat Buzak?
Buzakis. No.
I mean, he might, but the way they were wrestling, probably not.
Okay. So let's say three Ohio State.
Davino on Frost would be very interesting.
I would say
I,
Divino.
I don't know. Didn't Davino beat Ayala a lot closer than
No.
oh no, 8-5? Like wasn't it only
Divino
like a 1 point match? I mean then again
Divino
that's
didn't get taken down.
yeah.
What was the score of that?
I mean
He
that's a
beat
toss.
Ayala 10-4.
He beat him that he beat him by 6.
He took him down
I mean,
twice.
I'd say it's a toss up. I wouldn't count Frost out, but maybe slight favor in favor of Davino. And then Jesse Mendez, we've seen him beat Echemendia, so like that's a
Right. So
clear.
let's say that's 9-0.
Brandon Cannon on Pinheiro, I would honestly I'd probably pick Cannon, but if it's Jacob Frost, if say he wasn't
But it,
sick,
it wouldn't well, yeah. At that point though, it would have been still Pinheiro.
could have been.
I would say probably Cannon.
I
Oh wait,
if
no,
it
Cannon. No, it's Styles. Styles.
oh Ethan Styles, Cannon's at 57, right?
I would still probably pick Styles.
No, I'd pick Pinheiro or Frost over Styles.
Okay. 9-3.
Then 57 is Cannon on Zerbination.
Ooh, that one I'd probably go Zurban.
Yeah. 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 Zerbin's
Nine,
gotten to the podium before. Zerbin just knocked off.
so that's 9-6.
Yeah,
65, Uton would lose.
no, you. Wait, who's the? It's
It's not Harkla. It's
Harkless is 74.
who's the
Fishback's
65?
at 84. Geog's at 97, and Feldman's at heavyweight.
65. Buffering. Patty Gallagher.
Oh, I mean, Patty Gallagher's been wrestling really good.
Come on, it's Connor Uton.
I mean, yeah, I gotta go Gallagher.
12-6. 74 Harkla versus MJ Gaitan.
I mean, on paper, you favor Harkla, but I mean, Gaitan's proven you can't count him out.
Okay.
I mean, that one I'd put as a toss up because Harkla's got no heart, so he could blow it,
How dare you?
especially if it's like high pressure stakes type situation, like the national duel finals, and and it's like a tight duel. It's not like Ohio State's blowing him out of the water.
I think Gaitan's overrated.
I The fact that he could beat Kennedy leads me
Yeah,
to
but he
think
just
he
matches
could
up well
definitely
against
beat
them.
Arkla, but I'm not really picking him as like the favorite to win that.
I mean, he got teched by Lenny Pinto last year.
Yeah, he's not great, but he's decent.
All
He's
right.
but
84 Fishback versus Dean, which
you
was overtime. Fishback
fish
won
back in
last year.
overtime. It'd be fish
So
back.
Ohio State wins that. 97 Iowa State, and then heavyweight Iowa State. So I
Yeah,
think Ohio State still wins.
I think Ohio State would win, but it would
A little bit closer than Iowa.
probably be like an 18-14 type match or a
Whoa,
19.
that close? I don't think so.
You were just keeping track of it.
It was six, and then the only two other wins I had was 97 and heavyweight. So 12.
Yeah, okay. You say that's without bonus point.
18-12. Fine. 18-12. No bonus. 18-12.
Maybe.
6-4.
Yeah, six
Yeah,
matches to four.
6-4.
Yeah, that's probably how it would have played out.
Yeah.
But that's what
Well, I guess the question is I mean, are we going to see Iowa State outplace Iowa at the national tournament? What do you think?
who's got the better tournament team? I mean, if Iowa State lives up to what they could be, Poulin could be an All-American, Frost could be a high All-American, Etch could be top five,
Yeah.
Frost could be
He could be a finalist. You had him as a finalist. This weight
yeah,
class
he could
stinks.
be he could be way up there. He could be Um,
Serban could be an All-American.
Urban should be an All-American.
65 and 74, I think, are their weak spots. And
Newton would
84.
probably
I don't
not.
think Isaac Dean is All-American potential, especially at this weight class. I think he just doesn't have the offense. He's just
I'd
very hard to
say
score on.
Newton's their weakest spot. Gaitan could sneak in and do it, but he's been around a 12 guy before, so he's right there on the cusp. And Dean is same thing. Like he could. So if it's their AA game, then yeah, they could. And then 97 Elam could win the whole thing. And Younger,
Yeah,
he
he could
could
win the
win the
whole
whole
thing too.
thing.
So that's interesting because they probably have more potential champions than Iowa because Angelo is probably the only.
Angelo and
Maybe
what break?
I would argue Dean Peterson.
Dean Peterson.
I don't sleep on Dean Peterson. Look, he took out Luke Lildahl last year. Like 25 is a grab him, and Dean Peterson is right up there.
Except Vin is gonna win again.
Yeah, well,
So how do you think Frost would have done had he wrestled instead of Panera?
I don't know. I like Ryder Block. He's been wrestling really tough. I do think Frost is the better wrestler.
Mm.
Pinheiro always finds a way to
Yeah,
lose.
he really does. You can count on.
Um, yeah, Ryder Block's wrestling tough though. I think Frost probably wins the match though.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Ryder Block made All American this year, just because the field is just so so weak. And not to discredit Ryder Block, I think he's wrestling tough, but you
Yeah.
wouldn't expect him this time last year to be an All American.
That's very true.
Yeah. So let us know your comments down below. We didn't get any speak pipe messages. Curious to see what your guys' thoughts are on the duel. ESPN, great turnouts. Love to see it. Shocking
History.
results.
History.
History made. The funniest part for me had to have been Brands' post-match
Oh,
interview.
faith.
Did you see they asked what made Iowa State so tough to wrestle today? And he goes, I'll defer that question.
I'll defer that question.
He was just so grumpy.
He's like, I don't want to answer that. They beat us.
And apparently there's a big controversy because Iowa, they didn't shake hands afterwards. First time in 20 years, and the two teams don't
No
shake hands.
class. No
No
class.
class. Yeah, I gotta say, Brands, you're. I try and defend you when I can. I love your passion. I love your fire. But when you do things like that, I just
Yeah.
can't get behind it. So
Does not take losses with grace.
that's it.
It's no wonder that Spencer Lee didn't come back and take third as a senior.
Everyone, bad week for Iowa. Spencer Lee gets pinned
Oh yeah,
after
he did.
ugh,
And so didn't they have another Iowa guy?
Cassiope.
Yeah, yeah, and he got pinned too, and they were both winning, right?
Bad week in Iowa.
All around.
So look, yeah,
This was not a good thanks post Thanksgiving for Iowa.
no siree.
But
Speaking of
Iowa
things,
State is in the party.
speaking of Thanksgiving, apparently Carter Sirachi also tweeted out that last year he came back from Thanksgiving break 26 pounds over, and Kale gave him some like death look, um, which meant he was 210 pounds.
Jeez. Woof.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, let us know your comments down below. Thanks for watching Cactus Wrestling.
Thanks for watching. We are Cactus Wrestling, and we'll see you next time on our next video.